When the sun rose over Ravenshade, it felt like the first dawn in centuries. The oppressive mist that had choked the streets for so long was finally gone. The air itself seemed to breathe a sigh of relief, clean and crisp for the first time in memory. But peace? Well, peace always costs something, doesn't it? It always demands a price. The people of Ravenshade woke up that morning with a strange sense of calm. They had no memory of the horrors of the night before, the screams that tore through the darkness, the blood-red moon hanging like a gaping wound in the sky, the monstrous shadows that had hunted them in their own homes. All of it was erased. Maybe that was a mercy, a gift to let them rebuild without the weight of that trauma. But I couldn't forget. I remembered everything. Every single horrifying detail was seared into my mind. I spent days, weeks, combing through the woods where we made our last stand. I was desperate, searching for any sign of Elliot. But there was nothing, not a trace. Only a patch of blackened earth, a circle of ash where he had stood against the darkness. And one single feather. It was black as a starless night, but the edges shimmered with a faint silvery light. It was all I had left of him. Back in town, life was returning to a semblance of normalcy. People were smiling again, greeting each other on the streets, completely unaware of the sacrifice that had granted them this new morning. Walking among them, seeing their blissful ignorance, made me feel like a ghost. I was haunted by the truth they couldn't see, isolated by a memory that was mine alone to carry. I felt a profound loneliness, a chasm between my world and theirs. Eventually, I took the pendant he had given me, the one that bound our fates together, and buried it beneath the ancient willow tree at the edge of town. I thought that by letting him go, by physically burying that symbol of our connection, maybe the world could truly forget. Maybe I could finally begin to heal. But the past doesn't stay buried, so is it. Every night, when the wind whispers through the leaves of that willow, it sounds like it's calling my name. It feels like he's out there, somewhere in the void, trying to find his way back to me. And sometimes, I think I see him, a fleeting reflection in a shop window as I pass. A dark shape moving just at the edge of my vision. For a split second, the world feels colder. The air thickens, and it's like everything, the trees, the stones, the very air remembers him too. It's a chilling reminder that what happened is not truly over. Then, last night, something changed. I was staring at the feather, as I do every night, and I watched as its silvery edges began to bleed into a deep, dark red. A sense of dread washed over me. I ran to the willow tree, and in the pale moonlight, I saw it. The ground where I had buried the pendant, it was trembling. A faint, pulsating red glow was leaking through the cracks in the dirt. A storm is gathering on the horizon, dark clouds swirling over Ravenshade, the wind howling through the trees, bending them almost to their breaking point. I don't know what's coming. I don't know what this means, but I know one thing for certain. If a curse this powerful could be awakened once, it can be awakened again. He promised me this was the end. But looking at that glowing, trembling earth, I have a terrible feeling that this was only the beginning.